Boop, boop, boop. Alrighty, just getting set up, so this might take a couple of seconds. I just gotta let some people know the link before I get started with my Inktober. And I need to do a sound check. I think I'll probably do that with my friend. Okie dokie, artichoke. That should be good. Start up the music. Hi, Leanne. My sound is fine. Great. But I will need you in a second when I put on music in the background, because doing this and talking to myself will drive me crazy. I mean, not talking to myself, but like talking with no other sound. Except for Teddy sometimes chasing Alistair and, I don't know, their bromance. Okay, how's that? Is the music too loud? Can you actually hear it? Okay, point 1. Oh yeah, I was gonna... So I think I busted my Pentel brush pen. The ones that you fill with water that I was like, oh, they're so great. They're still great, but I think I busted mine like a doofus. Okay, it's a little slower than I'd like, but it's good. So this one is, gosh, I don't even remember which Inktober this is. Inktober. I know it's blind. It's day 24. It's currently, well, I'll call it the 28th, even though it's technically the 29th. So I'm just 24, 25, 26, 27. I'm like 5 days behind. Even though I'm gonna call today not the 29th. Yeah. So before it was like this was flowing super well and I could fill up huge amounts of black and not have to worry. But now it's getting scraggly, and it's not the speed at which I'm doing it, because it used to be fine at higher speeds. I don't know. It might be the speed at which I'm doing it. But I don't know. It's dumb. So, how much do you have left to do for your mask / costume? Oh no, I forgot. I made a new thing. 1 second. A new thing, so descriptive. Elizabeth, so descriptive. New thumbnail. So that it's not the same thumbnail forever. Hi, Teddy. I don't know if Discord works because I'm using, remember last time we were on Discord and I sounded like a terrible robot? So I'm going through my phone right now, which is using mobile internet. I'm pretty sure, which means that I don't sound like a robot, but the only other thing I have like to talk to you is Discord on my computer. So it's fantastic. Let's see. Cards? Yeah, the thing that made you have a headache. That was me. Change them now. There we go. Bam. Not the stuff I'm doing today, but still a thumbnail. Okay. That should be all good now. So are you just going to stay up all night and work on that? Since you have a whole second row of feathers and the trim. Oh my gosh, are you in the paint? Yeah, the base will not be the best. But you'll be able to do it. You can do amazing things. I'm kind of partial to possibly just going to my wide brim hat. Because it's less work and it's more that I could spend doing like the trinkets and stuff. Though, I mean, who doesn't love this feather hat thing? Losing feathers already. Go back in. There you go. I have to glue them in still. Not wave it around like a lunatic. So like as a note of what I'm doing here, the brief is blind and I chose the eclipse, like an eclipse with them on a mountain. Because if you look in an eclipse, you'll go blind. And I really just, I'm trying to go for easier things so I can just get things out of the way. Like easy things that will still look good. And by easy, I mean not necessarily the most complicated shots. Because this is exhausting. But I feel really accomplished when I look back at the 24 days I've finished thus far. Yours does look badass. You should have a picture with like the headdress thing on. Oh my god. Are you 27 days behind? I think that you should give up at this point. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that it's done, like, all set and gone. Like, Inktober. October has been really fast, which is why in the first week I was like, oh my god, it's the, I don't remember, I think it was like the 4th of October, and I was like, and we're almost already through October already? And people at work laughed. And I was just like, no, but really? Okay, I don't like any of these options, they're not viable. Hey, you never know. How close were you to finishing Inktober last year? I think last year I made it technically 22 days, but realistically I gave up on like day 18 or something. The last couple of days of my Inktober are just so bad. And then there are some people's Inktober's out there, like, I'm just sitting there like, how do you have time? How do you have time just to spend on Inktober for 7 years? Because, damn. Okay. I remember some of your Inktober's from last year, but like not all of them. I remember the one that you did when you were sick. Like that's the most vivid one in my brain. Nice pun there. Drawing gum. Alright. And dip pen, where have you gone? Oh, yes, I'm treating this so good. Hello, dip pen. Oh no. I forgot to clean this before I went to sleep last night, so it has white crap in it. Do you think you'll participate in Inktober again next year? I guess it depends on what life's like next year. What brush pen? We can be Halloween friends forever. Also, who knows what next year brings with everything. But I don't doubt that we can still dress up, maybe not as similarly as we have the past 2 years, but I mean, hey, we could still coordinate. Oh, like one of these ones. Oh, shoot. Like one of these ones. These ones, do the stupid leaky thing. Like that. You see that drop? When you press too hard. The Pentel ones don't. Oops. From what I can tell. At least the one that I'm using hasn't. Yeah, I think that would be cool. I mean, I could always come out to the island or whatever. Is it on the island? I would name names, but you know, internet and stuff. Be careful. Or we could go to my mom's for lunch. Free lunch. Should probably like watch this and hear me say, oh, I'm gonna go to my mom's for lunch, and think, yeah, that'd be nice. That or that I'm a freeloader. Don't know which one would be true. But she has so much good food. Yeah, it'll be well after you move because you're moving in June and Halloween is in, you know, October. Not to be rude, kind of. Okay, I think that is extreme enough. Ugh. Drawing them. That's mean. She has good food and you can eat it all before she gets upstairs to tell me off. I don't know, by next year she could probably run those stairs, though I don't advise it because that's how she fell down them. You know, hopefully she'll be able to amble up them stairs in a almost running fashion while not running because it's unsafe. It's not cool to be unsafe. Oh my gosh, just do what I want. What? You love her, bye. Aw. She'll say that to you if you call her and then leave, like, off the phone. She'll say she loves you, bye, and if you play the game with her, she'll play it with you forever. My sister don't play that game anymore. They find it really annoying. And I think it's super fun. 'Cause I'm dumb. But yeah, I guess I'm kind of worried about the next year. I mean, I know that I'll be working. I just wonder where sometimes. Also, if you set up like a little studio thing where you do games, that'll be really cool to see what you come up with next year. Or like the ideas you're working on. And I'll be making a rock jumping game in Game Maker. Make sure the thing knows how to jump up and not collide with things. Once the graphic design classes are done, I'm going to spend my free time messing around with Game Maker because I got it while the course started and haven't really had time to play around with it yet. And I want to. You're worried where I'll be. Well, hopefully still in Auckland. Just because it's where my family is and, like, my support system. Or whatever. When are you doing the game stuff? Starting after the classes are finished, or? I mean, I know you always do, but in this particular instance, when are you getting started up again? It's reachable by road or boat. Well, as long as they're both an option. It's like 45 minutes by road, right? I've been working on storyboarding and figuring some stuff out. And like starting to concept, like, I guess not concept, but starting to get my head around animating in After Effects, like 2D animation. And the next thing I want to do is just make a walk cycle in After Effects that looks believable. Using some character, probably. I like this one here and that one there. I think I might have them do a walk cycle. Or like this dude. I think he would be good to animate in After Effects. Just because he's lanky and having some of his, like, putting in some pins, puppet pins, and having him be a little bit more bendy would be cool. that's really not bad, the 25 minutes. Bum, 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 bum. Dry faster. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start sourcing some of my old stuff and figuring out different things that I want to do. Because I know I still need to make all of my mini horror comics, and you know, October's over, but I might as well do it after the month is done. I know next month I'm thumbnailing like a beast, but I want to do some animation cycles in After Effects and do like a ton of learning of Game Maker. Yeah, I thought the puppet pins would be really cool with him. That way it's like bendy and it doesn't have that dumb wah wah. You know, when you separate the forearm from the upper arm and it just does that weird cutty thing, and sometimes like you can just see the seams. It's not as seamless as you would like. I can't paint yet, and I need to put a little more drawing gum. What are you programming now in the mornings? Dude, just do what I want. Come on. I have tortured this poor pen nib. It's not made for this shit. It's like, I don't like drawing gum. Please stop. Okay, am I missing anything else? I don't think so. I'll get started on some of the drier stuff. How long do you think that's going to take you? Are you like updating all of the artwork as well? Oh, wow. How long is the game gonna be? If you were doing it full time, like just working on that game and nothing else, how long would it take you? Because I know you work on a lot of other things. I guess a couple months isn't really that bad when it comes to indie game dev, when you're coming up with something, redoing everything from the ground up. Wow, 6 months full time. Are you making it like a longer game? I have no idea how long the original one was, but it sounded a little bit shorter than what you're talking about. Are you like making it a full-fledged, by itself, standalone game? Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Sorry, sometimes things come in laggy, and sometimes it just takes me a second to look over and see what you're saying. Because I'm rude like that. Come on. Work. I just put this in water to see if it would draw out some of the ink, and I was right. It did. Though it's slightly a little, like, more diluted, I guess. So I wonder if it just pulled water up into the pen. Crap. It's probably best to assume lag. I mean, I think I'm 30 seconds behind, and then to read it, like, my brain lags, so that counts, right? Totes. Okay, now so does that mean it's gonna have like a full full storyline? Yeah. My music is actually a copyright free happy vibes music. It's all very happy. It keeps me upbeat when I have to like do this, because some of the things that I'm arting are not the happiest, and I'm just like, okay, well, time to be happy. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, well, this thing's use has degraded. Let's switch it up. Oh, that's just fantastic. This is supposed to be in this. Why me? I feel like it's generally me. Yeah. That's basically how my more grungy stuff is as well, and I can't exactly have that on here. Okay, come on. Stupid freaking... There we go. Maybe Google's just topical. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Okay, so this might turn out real bad because I have them standing in front of the thing in silhouette. And I'm kind of afraid. And I won't know basically until I'm done if it went good. Okay. I think faux leather is difficult to work with because it's very easy to fall apart as well, which is no bueno. Can't believe how much of this I've used. I have only half a bottle left of the Winsor & Newton ink. I know that I've been doing a lot of Inktober, but man, that's a lot of ink to have used. Alright, new one mixed. Lid. Oh yeah, wait. Before I soak this entire paper in a wash, let's tape it down like Smarties. Yeah, I do use a lot of ink in my work. Like, even not Inktober work, I use a lot of ink in my work. Though, the other day I realized that I only have 4 pages to finish for that comic. And I kind of just balked at that idea that I haven't even touched it in months because I didn't want to do the work. And now I'm just like, well, I need to get it done. I should just do it. So, after this is over, before I do my thumbnailing, the first thing I'm going to do is finish that comic, even though it's not my favorite thing. I think it's not my favorite thing because I've avoided it so long. If I had just done it a year ago like I had planned, it'd be done, and I wouldn't have procrastinated it into hating it. Nope, that's wrong. That looks wrong. Pull it all up. Put some of these down up here. Yeah, I finished it. I finished all of the like main work for it. I just have here, I'll show you what I mean. Like, I finished the comic. I haven't like finished inking. Like, it just needs to be inked for 4 pages. But it's done. Oh, that's backwards. Like that. But I have 4 pages to ink. And I'm just like, I don't know why I haven't done it. That's so dumb. I actually enjoy inking. It's one of my more happy places to be. So yeah, like, it's finished. It's just not finished. Like, it's not inked. And all but those 4 pages are inked. I don't want to listen to this song. Go away. So yeah, it's done. But I had that, like, you know, that false relief that you get when something's done and you're like, oh, well, I'm done with it. I'm never going to touch it again. And you're not actually. You've just finished all the main important parts and you just still need to do stupid stuff. Wah. Isn't there like a name for when you have that false feeling of, oh, I've completed something, and really it's just that you've told somebody, like, you've told somebody, oh, I've finished all of the things, or not that you've finished them, like, so like people who are going to go to the gym, they feel a huge sense of satisfaction just telling people that they're going to go to the gym, whether or not they go to the gym. It's like when people tell others their goals, they are less likely to actually complete them. Premature congratulations. So it's actually called, or are we calling it that from now on? Because premature congratulations sounds great. Hilarious. Ugh. I'm drinking water and I want to be drinking wine. I could be. Just go to the other room and get it. But I'm afraid if I drink wine, I'll get sleepy. And then I'll be in a predicament of not finishing my work. Hey, you should get wine and I should get wine. Do you have wine? Did you buy wine yesterday? Well, day before yesterday. I haven't slept, so it doesn't count as day before yesterday for me yet. Yesterday? It's only 1:30. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go get my wine in a little bit. Probably when I go take Teddy out for potty break. Oh my god. You should totally have the Powerade bottle of wine. It sounds super healthy and you'll enjoy it. Okay. Maybe I'll just go grab mine. Maybe. I need for this to dry anyway before I do anything more. So, I'm going to make a thing that says be back in 5. This one or this one? This one or this one? Both. Boom. Boom. Bam. Yeah. That's weird. Why? That's weird. So I haven't left yet, but that's weird. Just so you know. Five plus 5 is 10. Okay, be right back. Come on, Diddy. Yes, you. Come on. Okay, I am back. Oh, what do you mean when they unzip from each other? When they're like caressing each other? Come here, baby. Here. Lay down. Do this and lay down. Okay. Oh, then rubbing off this must not be nice for your ears either then. It's like hardcore racing. Triggered. Sorry. I don't mean to, trigger your senses with this sound. Okay, is that all of the spots? Good to know now. Ugh. Drawing gum is such a mess. I really should like just lay down a sheet whenever I use it. That's another page that's done. Okay. Reverse ASMR. Yeah. I think most ASMR for me is like reverse ASMR. So I can kind of get behind that. Like, with when people are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stroke the microphone, that freaks me out. Like, please don't. Though I think ASMR is great for some people. I don't understand it. I guess the closest thing to ASMR I can get behind is like rain and thunder sounds. I like those. this one. Need it to be a little bit lighter. Oh no, I spilled water. And then drink water. Scottish accents. That's what does it for you, huh? Okay, that's a lot better. Okay. Clean up the brush. Need to change this water again. Too much ink. I don't want to listen to this song either. Alright. Bam, bam. I think, like, when it comes to accents, I really am partial to I don't know. Irish accents are pretty cool. And I live in a country full of Kiwi accents, so that's pretty cool. Oh no, I used an ink that's reactivated by water. That's not great. Don't bleed. I like some Aussie accents. I can't stand the really rough ones, the ones that are like too garbled for me to understand. But I guess that's with most accents. If I can't understand you, it's not my favorite. So I guess it's not accents that I don't like. Like, the Aussie accent's fine. It's enunciation. The manlier version of a Kiwi accent. Okay, what next? Oh, wine. I have wine. No, I think that's just the people that you talk to with Aussie accents. Like the guy who sits next to you, for example, Jamie. You don't wanna finish that lame sentence. Ah, that's great. Aussie rap bands, huh? Well, you'll have to introduce me to the sarcastic Aussie accent. I don't know if that's fully true. I mean, it has a familiar ring to it. But, I guess I can agree that Kiwi accents are more polite. boop, boop. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Oh my goodness, there's no red in this picture. I think it's going to be the first one with that one. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. I think the biggest thing about the Australian accent is that it's not just one accent as well. Like how the American accent isn't just one accent, or how the British accent isn't just one accent. Even an English accent isn't just one accent. Hey, trying on your headpiece is a good thing. Pew, pew, pew. Okay. I think that's done. Also, no, they don't. There's a huge difference in accents from, like, down south versus up north. And, like, there's the Kiwi accent that people put on for TV versus the accent that they actually use. The difference is very notable if you find people from very rural areas, I guess, is the biggest thing. Okay. I think it's done for realsies now. But there's no red, and that makes me kind of sad. It's the first one without red. Oop. That is blind done. The dog next door is borking. Thank you. Oh, okay, you go sleep. and sleep well. 7th circle of hell. Alright. So that took me, what, an hour and a half. So time to night, sleep well. Okay, so this one is ship day 25. Editing all of these is going to be some terrible kind of nightmare. Because I have some of them just like on here, and I think I have one half live streamed, half done in recording because the recording just wasn't working for me. But I do plan to edit them. I haven't actually edited them down. Well, I've edited 2, but I need to edit the rest of them. I think I have day 15 edited to be super fast, but I haven't done my voiceovers yet, and I'm doing these live streams, which means that the time that I would usually take to do my voiceovers is spent on here, which I don't mind at all. It just means that it's going to be up in November instead of in October, and I think that's okay. I'll just have them so that they space in October so that they're up every couple of days. And I mean, I'll leave the live streams up if anybody wanted to watch the entire thing. But then when I'm creating other kinds of content, like when I'm working on like a couple of tutorials I want to do and a couple of challenges I want to do, I'll have those up on different days than my Inktober stuff. That way I just have some consistent postings and don't ever have to really worry about getting things up on days that I have work or whatever. I really want to get into challenges because I love them. Like, this is a challenge, and then I challenged myself to also do it on YouTube. So I love challenges because they give me a reason to do things, I guess. I really want to do the different challenges that are marker based, because I haven't done a lot of work in marker in a couple of months, and like if I'm really honest about it, I'm not the most versed in marker, but I think those challenges are really cool to see how people think when it comes to different color palettes. I'm going to be giving myself the additional challenge of having the sketch or drawing done beforehand. That way I don't have to, that way I have to, not don't have to, that way I have to apply it to the sketch that I've already made. And see how I adapt with that. Versus like getting yellow and pink and like yellow and pink and red and then doing a fire themed thing. Or if I get like brown and green and blue doing like, I don't know, the sky and trees and stuff. I think that it's a very interesting idea to try to fit into something that you've already made. I'm switching the song. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do in a couple of weeks. I think I'm also really wanting to do a couple of tutorials for things that I've wanted to incorporate here. Because like they don't have any place in my teaching or the classes that I'm teaching, but I want to teach them. So I think that would be interesting to teach people, because like a lot of my teaching right now, it's mainly graphic design, and a lot of it revolves around the computer, even though like with graphic design you don't have to use the computer. It's just become industry standard to use things like Adobe or like Adobe Illustrator and different programs like that, or anything on the Creative Cloud if you're graphic design. And I think that teaching that you don't necessarily have to have those things at your fingertips is a good thing. Like I tell my students all the time that they don't have to do these things on the computer, but many of them want to learn the process. I mean, who wouldn't when it's industry standard? But I think it's important to know how to do things traditionally. Like if you were ever in a crunch and you couldn't get to a computer in time, you would be able to, I don't know, still get stuff done. And by get to a computer in time, I mostly mean that like you wouldn't be able to get to the programs, or if you had any issues with them, it would be best to know how to do it both ways. Alright, just need to check something and I'll continue on this. Okay, I think that looks good. Sorry about that. So originally, I thought about all the different kinds of ships I could put these two with. I want to do, originally I was like, oh, it would be cool to put them on a pirate ship, or, you know, all of the different ships that are on water. And Like, I thought about it and I was just like, you know what? That's how a lot of people probably have already done it. And I want to do something a little bit different. And then I was like, okay, well, space. They're space creatures. They're from space. And I was like, okay, well, I could have them looking at like a rocket ship kind of deal. And I was like, no. And I was like, I'm gonna have an alien abducting a cow, and they're just gonna be sitting there watching it. So it's like this romantic scene, and they're just cuddling, and there's a cow being abducted. And I thought that was funny, so that's what I've done. I think I'm going to change the music type because this is just a bit much for my poor little brain currently. Go to playlists, and I think I'm gonna find, I don't want to listen to sad music, I just want to listen to calm music. Okay, I guess let's see what romantic music's like. Because, you know, romance in the air while abducting. Well, I'm gonna have to fix that. But I think it looks hilarious. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to bump ya. Alright. Cross hatching work. I guess it would just be hatching work, since I'm not crossing any of them. So, if you have a favorite artist, who is it? Or if you have multiple favorite artists, who are they and why? What made them your favorite artist? I think, like, my favorite artists vary. There's artists that are currently alive that I just adore, but there are also so many artists out there that I studied in art history that I just, the work that they did, it's unfathomable. The amount of effort they must have put into the stuff they did then. And I wonder how much of it is just from pushing themselves all the time. I wonder that about a lot of current artists as well, but with like the masters in the Renaissance, some of their stuff is just mind-blowing. Ooh. Oh no, don't yawn, it's only 2:30 actually. Okay, heart for heart over. I'm hoping to get through this one and another, though. If I only get through this one, I'm not going to beat myself too much over it, because that's still 2 more than I had done. But I want to try to get to bed before 5 tonight, and I don't know if I'll be able to do that. And if it looks unfeasible for me to do this one and another one and go to bed before 5, I might consider how far after 5 I'll go to sleep. Because, you know, I don't mind staying awake and doing some art, but there is something to be said for, you know, having a better sleeping schedule, or at least a decent one, because right now my sleeping schedule is just honestly all over the place. Because like today I didn't wake up until 1, but I felt so tired when I woke up that I didn't really appreciate the amount of sleep I got. I guess I didn't get too terribly much. I didn't go to bed until 6:30, or at least I didn't fall asleep until about 6:30. So yeah, I just need to be careful of that, of staying awake too long and not getting enough rest. It's not healthy. And I'm trying to get myself back into healthier habits. My wife and I are starting to eat more healthy, and we go on walks like well, we're currently going on walks only like every weekend, like multiple times. She goes on walks almost 2 times a day, every day, because of the puppy. Or sometimes it's just like one, but like usually it's like one or it's 2 times a day. Ew, gross. Gum. Bleh. But yeah, she and I are just trying to have healthier habits, or at least she has healthier habits these days than I do, and I'm trying to get on board. I need to start eating at more reliable times. I think that's the healthiest thing I could do food-wise right now, because I eat like breakfast and then I won't eat again until I get home from work at 10, and that's not the best for me or like anyone. And like I want to be able to do all the things, like I want to do art all the time, and I want to focus on doing animations, and I want to do a lot of things professionally, but I think I need to learn how to take care of my body as well, because oh no, because like all the best artists out there, like a lot of the artists that I know in real life even, that are really good at having a bedtime and going to the gym and eating healthy, and like, you know, not always, like don't always refuse having a pizza or whatever, but I think doing it, like eating healthy most of the time and going for a jog in the morning might benefit me in the long run, as well as in the short term. I think that keeping a healthier lifestyle and separating like work and study, like doing studies and stuff, and what I'm doing for fun, and trying to keep a social life, and all the other things that I want to do, it's attainable. It's just I need to learn how to schedule myself better, so I'm not wearing myself too thin and getting sick because of it. Though I haven't been sick for a while, knock on wood. For this one I decided to go back and do the little dots for the hair, because I imagine that they take about the same amount of time as doing the other ones, minus the drying time. But I'm doing them now so that I have time to set in some other gum things that are going to have to also dry. I'm not too worried about the time it's going to take, because I think I'm going to set this to the side while it dries and do some of my mask. I need to do a new layer of paint, the last layer of paint, before adding other features to it. And, oh, excuse me, depending on how long it takes, I will probably get through a full coat of paint, and then when I do the wash, depending on how long that takes to dry, I should be able to glue the lenses into the mask, or at least that's my hope. So I'm going to set this to the side. Oh, well, I'm going to clean this brush, going to set this to the side. And, yeah, I already did that. And I'm going to pull down my mask. Sorry about all the drawing gum remnants. Okay. Okay. Here's the mask. Wah! Just gotta clean up stuff like this here. Before I put the lenses in. I still need to do the hood. I still need to do a lot of things. I'm going to take this down so it doesn't rumble too much in your guys' ears. Haha. Okay, black, metallic, like this is like white gold. Not that. Let's see, do I have anything decent for detailing? This should be fine. So, oops. Just going through and adding the final layer of paint before starting on the rest. There's a lot I still need to do, but I'm hoping to get it done after I wake up tomorrow. This is the whole I need to schedule better thing. I think I'm gonna hang out with my wife, watch some movies. If it's a nice day, I'll go to my mom's and go swimming or hang out by the pool. Not entirely sure on that front yet, but if not, then I'll just stay home, watch movies, work on this mask, and I think it's a bit thick. Oh, that was loud. But yeah, I'll make sure that everything's done before, you know, Halloween runs around. So one way or another, I'm going to get this done. Yeah. I have considered not having my headdress as an option, so I don't waste a whole bunch of time on that, but spend more time in the details. Because making a hood, like actually making a hood, is just going to take forever. But if I wear my cap with the hood part hanging out, it would save me a lot of time, but that would mean my headdress that I made, or I'm halfway through making, would be for nothing, and I spent like 3 hours just putting the feathers in it. Okay. This on the whole is just going to get messy. I know that already. Okay, gonna set it down there. Gonna put those lenses over there. Let's see. Those are all filled with ink. I don't want to fill them with acrylic either. Do I have a piece of scrap paper? That'll work. All right. So yeah, Leanne and I are both going to be plague doctors, and her headdress is looking amazing. But I've been trying to catch up with Inktober and hanging out with my doggo and my wife, and it's hard to do everything I want to do in a day. I also really want to watch Stranger Things, but my wife she's not watched the first season, and I think it's a little bit too scary for her. Yeah, she doesn't like watching scary things, which is sad because I love scary movies and I love scary shows, and I think I've been obsessed with zombies since I was like 8 years old. Not that zombies are always scary, but you know, I like paranormal movies and things like that, though I also like a lot of sci-fi that can be more frightening, like psychologically frightening, I guess. But yeah, she supports me in my love of horror and creepy things. Like, she bookmarks things that she thinks that I'll like just because they're my aesthetic in one way or another, even though she doesn't like it. And she'll show it to me, and I think that's great. Sorry, glancing over at the chat. Nope. Thought something was new. Something new had been said, but it was just a delayed scroll. Yeah. I think that I need to actually start scheduling things out. Rin keeps telling me, "Oh, you should get a journal. You should get like a journal to write down all the days that you need to do stuff. You should make a bullet journal." I'm like, "No. I'm not good at those. I always leave them." And I think that just getting into the habit of keeping one would be the wisest course of action. Just like getting in the habit of doing a video every day would have, like, it was really great at the beginning of the month when I was trying to form that habit. Because I would get home and I would be so tired, I would just be like, oh, I don't want to. I just can't bring myself to do anything but lay on the couch. And I mean, that's okay sometimes. But it's also, I guess, a huge waste of my time if I'm just sitting there and not doing anything. Like, I'm just watching TV. I'm not also doodling while I'm doing that. And I used to spend my time doing a lot of my art while I watch TV. And I stopped once I stopped doing fan art, which is weird. And I stopped doing fan art because I was told it's not legitimate art. But I think it's an expression of who you are, and I think it should be continued even if it got beat out of you. Sorry about this. But yeah, I think that I'm going to go back to you know, doodling fan art if I want to, even though it doesn't have a place in whatever weird category real art is. I mean, as it stands, a lot of people don't think illustration is real art, so I don't know. It's practicing for practicing's sake, and I think that's good. But anyway, I think that I'm thinking a lot. Jeez. What I want to do is I want to get back into doing art, and I think using YouTube as a platform to motivate me into doing art outside of my work, because like I do art every day because it's my job, but outside of my work I've been slacking a little bit on doing my own art or having the time or energy to do my own art. I think getting back into the habit of doing something every day, or doing something 3 times a week, or doing something for myself is overall the most healthy habit I could get into. Because I have ideas and I have concepts and I have things that I want to share with people. And I think the best way that I can achieve all the things I want to achieve is just finally just be like, okay, Ren, you're right. I need to have a journal to plan out my life and spend 30 days just getting into the habit, because Inktober and doing these videos has actually gotten me back into the habit of doing my own work. It got hectic towards the end, which made it so that I just really didn't have the time. Like, the reason I'm behind is I didn't have the time to do the things I needed to animation-wise, do my artwork and hang out with my sisters before. Like, one of my sisters just went to the United States. I think she just arrived, actually. And I wanted to hang out with her before she was gone for a month. But yeah, I think that overall it's got me into like doing things I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to start a little story, just a little narrative and illustrations. I've always wanted to have YouTube content or create YouTube content. Like, I've been talking about it for literally months. That I was just going to start because I've wanted to for years. And I talked about it and I talked about it until I was blue in the face, but talking about it doesn't do anything. And I had excuses. Oh, I don't have the proper lighting, or oh, I don't have a stand, or oh, I don't have so many things. Like, I don't have a DSLR. Oh, well, I have a phone. And it records in 1080p, and with that I'm lucky, so get on it, you know? Yeah. Hoping this is the final one. If the like gold and silver shines through again, I'm gonna have to do another coat, which I don't look forward to. Black on my hands. But yeah. I feel like I've done a lot of talking. Oh, and my music stopped. I guess it must have stopped a while back. Oh yeah, so getting into Inktober also got me back into doing my own art. Like, I'm working on some storyboards, which I can't really talk about, but I've been working on storyboards and I'm creating again and I'm planning things for the future. And I think that these are all very important things for my life and for my happiness when it comes to creating new art. So I think that creating a schedule and using that as a habit to get back into having a normal, healthier life is probably the best thing I can do. If you have something in your life that you want to make a habit, what is it? All right. So that's looking pretty good. Oh no. It's looking pretty good. I need to get the little eye things in, but before I do that, I'm going to let it dry so I have a little bit more access. And then I'm going to fill in these little things. But before that, I'm going back to painting because it looks like most... Oh, no. Okay. I lied. I touched the drawing gum and it came off on my hand. So before that, I guess I'll be doing the detailing. I was excited to get back to it, but for now, detailing in a mask. Are you dressing up for Halloween? Or if you aren't, or if you're watching this after Halloween, what was your favorite Halloween outfit? Or what's your favorite dress up outfit that you've ever been? think cutting these out took me so long with the paper, like, for the, cause, oi, with the poodles already. Cutting this out in paper, the pattern that I made, well, the pattern that I sourced and then restructured to fit what I wanted. It took so long. It took like twice as long as cutting out every single other piece. And then cutting it out in foam took the same amount of time. Like, not the same amount of time as cutting it out in paper, but like the same kind of quality of time. It took just as long to cut all of these pieces out as it took to cut out all of the other pieces of foam. And I think that's ridiculous. I made this a little bit challenging on myself without meaning to, I guess. I wanted it to look cool. Especially since Leanne has the original filigree from the pattern. And I wanted to have them look not that identical. Yeah. I just kind of shot myself in the foot with that, is all. Alright. Giving some of these a water wash, so they look a little bit more like they've been welded. My foot just fell asleep. That was unfortunate. And then I moved it and went, wah. Why are you doing this? Hopefully by the time I'm done with this, I think we'll be done drawing. See, I need a I was about to say I need a drawing gum that dries faster, but really I just need a hand dryer, like a heat gun, so that I can get it all done. Not have to worry so much about, oh, it's going to take me a year to let it dry every time I do a wash, or, you know. I mean, I don't mind it usually, it's just, it's such a long time to wait when you have, you know, sleep or other work or anything else to do. Oh no. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean knock y'all. got some paint on my shirt, and that is unfortunate. Okay. I think the drawing gum is dry. If it's not, I don't know. I mean, I could continue making these look like they've been welded, but that will be boring for all of y'all. I know it's not the most exhilarating thing to watch. So I'm going to set this to the side and these to the side and bring back this. Okay, so I guess the first thing I want to do isn't the wash, mostly because I don't want to wait forever for the wash to be done drying. Actually, you know what? First thing I'm going to do is the wash. But I'm going to keep it as thin as I can. I also just realized that I forgot the bunny's tail, and that's sad. I'll have to add it after. Pull off some of the water. Continue pulling off the water. Okay. Let's dab around the moon. All right, so that's the wash done. Put in some of the darker color here. I don't know, I was protecting those flowers. I think I'm going to black them out actually. Like almost, not completely. Because they're so close. Have a little bit of rim light on them. Oh, okay. I will be back in 5-ish. I don't need wine. I need to take the dog potty. Easy, Pupper. Okay, I'm back. All right, that seems dry enough. Gonna start putting on yeah. I'm not sure if I like this pen all that much. It's very small for my hand to hold because I have like monster hands, but it flows really well, which is nice. And this is the Pentel brush ink pen. It came with 3 refills, and I'm gonna do a overview on this versus the Copic brush pen versus the Kuretake, I think, in a later video, just because they're all so different, but they're all made for the same function. Like with the Pentel brush pen, it flows so smooth. Like, I don't know how else to describe it, but it's like it comes out of the pen just so evenly, and it's easy to control, but it does have some drawbacks. So I think I'll make a video about all 3 of them. Hair done. Drink the water. currently 3:19, and I think that I can get this one done before 4, which means that the other one I won't be able to get finished before 5, but I could probably get it done by like 5:30. Just given its content. I think I'm going to change the name. What kind of music would you define this as? Alright, I'll change that again after the stream is done to say art, music, and chat. But for now, I think it's mostly just gonna be the music. Not that if anybody comes in, I'll probably chat, but just a little tired to do it without people to talk to. All right. All right. Gonna brush this off. I say we're almost there. I'll do that last. Before I go there, though, let's do some touch-ups. Okay. In the home stretch. I think I've already said that. I'm getting sleepy. I think I will probably have to wait for the last one, just so I don't make stupid mistakes. I think tomorrow night I'll just start earlier, because tomorrow, which is today, I'll be working on, let me go to the briefs, I'll be working on Squeak and Climb, and if I want to be caught up, I'll also be working on Fall and United, so that's 4. If I do 3 tonight, I'll be able to do 3 tomorrow, but I think that doing 3 tonight is inadvisable. We'll see though. We'll see how I feel after I finish this one. And we'll see what time it is. I can't believe how red this ink is. It's very vibrant. Oh dear. Don't stain. Don't. Okay, that's fixable. See, stupid mistakes. Stupid mistakes that I could have anticipated if my brain was a little bit more awake. I could probably get through lining it without making any mistakes or too many mistakes. And then at least I'll have that done. Nope, I need a 0.3, 0.5, 0.3. Alright, I think that's all for now. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night or whatever time it is there. If you haven't, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.